Hi everyone, my name is Sebastian. I'm a drummer and drum teacher from Mannheim, Germany. And today I would love to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, which is body motion on a drum kit. So, of course, as a drummer, we are all moving our bodies, but I'm actually not talking about moving your hands or your arms, your feet or your legs. I'm talking about moving different parts of your body to establish a good groove and solid time. Now, usually as a drummer, you would practice with some sort of a external reference, which would be the metronome. And yeah, the metronome is just perfect. It's just a perfect reference. And it's a external and it's a physical device. And another physical device that you can use to have better time and better groove is your voice. It's a physical device, but it's not an external device. So if you count like 1, 2, 3, 4, it's actually pretty hard to mess that up because no one counts like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's even harder. So next best thing to a metronome would be counting out loud. And it's very important to count out loud. So in certain situations, you're not able to use a metronome and you're not able to count out loud if you're playing live music. So that's when body movement or body motion comes into play. And I'm going to show you a couple of things I would do to establish a good groove and great time by using my body. So the first thing I would suggest is head motion. There are guys that would nod their head, and other ones would just shake them or I don't know, swivel them from side to side. And I'm more that kind of guy. It's just more comfortable for me. So I just demonstrate what it will look like to have a certain timing, and shake your head. All right, so yeah, you clearly have a starting point and you clearly have an end point. And it's almost like being a clock. A clock is always perfect. And that's why it gets easier to have a good groove. The next thing I would suggest for body motion or body movement would be using your shoulders. And on all counts of 1 and 3, I would take my right shoulder and move it forward. And on all counts of 2 and 4, I would do the exact same thing with my left shoulder. It really doesn't matter what kind of pattern I play. I'm always constantly moving, like I just said before, like a clock or like a train. I'm not stopping. So let me demonstrate what I mean. All right, so of course I over-exaggerated that motion just to show you how you could do it. In real life, you probably would just, do this just a little bit. And yeah, the next thing is one of my favorites, is to use your left leg as a timekeeper, as a metronome. And usually it just sits there on a hi-hat pedal doing nothing, except you're a badass heavy metal whatnot player, and you go 350 BPMs. But most of us guys, have it rest there, and sometimes you open up the hi-hat. What I would recommend is actually that you would always use your left leg. How we do that? We raise our heel and let it down. It's very important to not play the hi-hat, then you're messing up everything. So what I'm going to show you right now is I want to make sure you get the concept of having time with body motion. That's why I'm only playing the beat with the snare drum and the bass drum. I'm not playing any hi-hat, just that you can see how solid the movement of my leg is. And then afterwards I add in some hi-hat patterns for you to see that it all binds together by this, moving this one leg. All right, guys, so these are my 3 body movement suggestions. There are for sure more things you could try out. I hope you enjoyed that small lesson. You had fun, and I really do hope you try out all that stuff at home. Thank you so much for watching, and my name is Sebastian, and goodbye.